Coach, you be proud to know that your boy Matteo Guendouzi,
Mhm.
he did that thing he always does where he's like, you know what? I'm not doing anything productive in this game. Let me get a red card.
Yeah,
He did that again. It's what he does.
Literally the Roy Keane voice. I might just smash somebody. Just to make myself feel better.
Can you do your Roy Keane impression again? I think this needs to be a regular feature on the show. It's his job, it's his job. To smash somebody.
You're not getting a record. Like, Roy, relax.
Listen the game. Somebody. Fucking Roy Keane. Coach, standings, please, before we go off the rail with this shit. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Shirtless Plantain Show, your weekend review edition. This is your host, Dean, and per usual, I am here with the homies. What's going on, Tosin?
Man, I'm alive. How are you?
I am quite well, thank you very much. Coach, how are your games going? You winning anything? Like, I see there's only one side of your tactics board on there, so you just playing against nobody? You playing against Ghost, nigga? What's going on?
No, this is just pure entertainment. Not entertainment, pure decoration. I have no idea what I'm talking about, which I'm sure quite a large portion of our listeners probably agree with. So it's just there. It means nothing, guys.
Fair enough.
Hey, Coach. By the way, somebody did comment and say that we should shut up and stick to the Premier League.
Oh, they're absolutely correct. But I'll tell you what they can do. They can kiss my ass.
Oh, man. I wish I'd seen that comment myself. I feel like I'd have a much meaner response, but oh well.
Yeah. I literally filtered it in half a second to what I really wanted to say because it wouldn't have been nice. And I'm wearing a kufi, so it's just like, come on, man.
I'm not wearing a fucking kufi, so I ain't got to bitch up. I can say whatever the fuck I want. But excuse all the French people. Before we proceed, I would like to remind you to like, share, and subscribe this motherfucker. We really appreciate it. Thank you very much. Before we get into the actual football, guys, since we're going to start with Ballon D'Or talk, I would like to know, Coach, I'll start with you. What awards have you won in your life?
Awards?
Any awards? Grade school, whatever. What have you won?
That's a really good question. Oh, my gosh. All right, so if you want to start from the most recent, one man of the match a couple of weeks ago, I don't know, like, that counts surely, man. I can show you guys.
Yes, the question was very broad. It was very broad.
Yeah. But in school, my mum's got all my certificates, man. Like, I'd have to find, like, I can't remember these shits, man.
Oh man, this nigga got a mom. That's crazy.
Of certificates like this, guys. That's all I can tell you. I can't remember it for shit. I'm sure I got like I don't know, most improved.
Best Kofi.
Okay, cool. So I'll tell you a funny story. So between like year 7 to like year 9, I wasn't like a naughty student. I wasn't involved in gangs and shit like that, but I was just always getting into fights and I was just doing dumb shit. We all men here, like, as you can't explain the dumb shit that you do in school. You just do shit just because it's funny, basically, right? And it got to a period where I was just like, every month I had like just 2-3 calls home, basically. So my mum was just like, yeah, I don't know what the hell's wrong with you. I don't know what we're going to do with you. And then something just clicked in my brain. And then second half of year 9, all the way to pretty much my GCSEs, I just behaved like a rational human being after that. And I was getting just tons of awards for like most improved this and, star pupil hair and, whatever else comes with that shit, man. It's been so long. But yeah, very, very interesting time. But literally like, it's about this thick, the stack of certificates, man. I'm telling you.
It felt like you were describing the Arsenal Man City game. First half shit, second half also
pretty
shit,
much,
but less
bro.
shit.
Pretty much.
This nigga won 6th man of the year.
Yeah, no. Do you want to go even further? Right? Do you want to know how I was doing really well? Because
no, we don't. We don't want to know. We don't want to know. You've said enough. Tosin, you go now.
I mean, I won nationals, but I mean, that's cool, I guess. I sat on the bench.
National what, nigga?
Oh, youth soccer in America.
Oh, okay.
My team was the best in the country, so.
All right, Coach.
Talking about individual awards. We're talking team awards now.
Nigga.
I mean, I could bring some truth.
All right. And on that note, we move over to the Ballon d'Or, which apparently was won by a certain Mr. Ousmane Dembele. Congratulations to him. And And I'm not going to say finally achieving his potential. I feel like it's been there for a while. This was just the best year of his career to date. I think he's been good for quite a while. But Tosin, I feel like this is your bag. You like shiny objects.
Yeah. Do you guys remember SPS podcast episode 581? No?
Why the fuck would we remember that, nigga? Come on.
I'm telling you this because you know what the title of the podcast was?
Something about Ousmane Dembele.
He understands it now. And, that's all. That's all I have to say about that. Go listen to 581.
Who else finished in the top 5, fellas?
It was Yamal second,
Vitinha
third, Salah fourth,
and Rafinha fifth.
Rafinha fifth. I personally think I'd swap Rafinha for Vitinha. Personally,
word. Even though he had the most goals and assists combined of all these players.
Yeah.
Fuck you. Coach, you have a big ass speech on the importance or lack thereof of these individual awards within our sport, specifically the Ballon d'Or, based on things you heard from the prophets like the man standing here over my shoulder on the good side, unlike SPS, which is you bastards on the wrong side. So, well, please, Coach, go ahead. Let the Koofy speak.
Do you know? I think I might have said it on a pod before a couple of years ago, but guys, there was a period of time in life in football where there was the World Player of the Year award, right, and there was the Ballon d'Or. And correct me if I'm wrong, if I'm remembering this wrong, but I'm pretty damn sure that the Ballon d'Or only counted for players playing in Europe at the time, up until around 2007, when I think Kaka won it, and then after that 2008 is when they changed it. Guys, you smart people on Google, let us know what year they changed it. But there was World Player of the Year, and then there was the Ballon d'Or. And Ballon d'Or was strictly for European players playing in the European leagues, basically. So with that being said, that just lets me know that the Ballon d'Or, the meaning of it can change at any time. Because at one point, you're the best player playing in Europe, but now you're the best player playing in the world. To me, that means automatically to me that the value of the award doesn't mean much if at any given time they can just decide to change. Because they had an award for the best player in the world playing in the world. They just combined the two now. So,
which is fair enough because all the best players in the world play in Europe. So,
of course, no, I get that. But Neymar made it into the top 10 playing in Brazil in 2011, kind of thing.
An exception to the rule.
An exception to the rule, but you see what I'm saying? The point remains: had they kept it to Europe, are you going to tell me there's 11 players better than Neymar in 2011? Of course, there wasn't. You know what I mean? But he'd be disqualified because he's playing in South America. Because of that.
Well, Pele could have won a bunch of them if they had it during this time. Maradona got an honorary one back in, I want to say, 95 because he hadn't won a bunch, even though he probably should have. Everyone knew he was the best player in the world, but he wasn't winning Ballon d'Ors because he wasn't a European player, even though he was playing in Europe, which is crazy. So the criteria has changed a bunch over the years.
That's what it doesn't mean. So to me, it doesn't actually mean as much as people give it. And like most things, capitalism has completely destroyed it. So I remember finding out about the Ballon d'Or the day after it happened via a newspaper or on Sky Sports News or on teletext.
Nigga, you just old.
Yeah, but the point I'm making is that there wasn't this huge fanfare that the fans genuinely cared about like this. Do you know what I mean? They tried to sell it to you to care about it, but
hey,
do you really care about it?
Coach, I did some Googles because Onyx told me to do my Googles. They said that's wrong. The Ballon d'Or was instituted in 1956 by France Football Magazine. It was voted on by a panel of footballing journalists. Only players representing European nations were eligible for the award. This means the likes of Pele and Garrincha were not eligible. Even non-Europeans playing European leagues, Mario Kempes, Zico, and Maradona were not eligible. The rules changed in 1994 to make all players playing in Europe eligible for the award, with George Weah become the first non-European, the only African to win the award in 95. Mm-hmm. The FIFA World Player of the Year was instituted in 1991, where it was won by West Germany's winning captain Lothar Matthäus. The award was open to anybody representing a FIFA-affiliated member nation. This award was voted on by the managers and captain of FIFA's members. Mm-hmm. It merged into the FIFA Ballon d'Or in 2010 and split again in 2015 to become the Ballon d'Or, and FIFA's new the best became a thing. So
they've changed it how many fucking times?
3, 4, maybe something like that.
Do you know what I mean? So what are we doing here? You know,
I honestly can't be bothered. I just don't get it. Like it's a team sport. 11 people play. You can't win without the other 10. This shit is dumb as hell. It's always been dumb to me. It'll always be dumb. I suppose there are certain periods where we just know who the best is by just the eye test. And I would say for the past, basically until about, I want to say 4 years ago, it was Messi for the 20 years before that. That's it. That's literally, he was the best player in the world. I don't care what other people did. He was still better than them. They were not as good as him.
Do you know what always strikes me about that as well? Is the fact that by the time he was 23, around 2011, they asked someone who I deem to be probably arguably the greatest football mind of all time, was who's the best player in the world? He said Lionel Messi. Then they asked him, who is the best player of all time? He then also said Lionel Messi. So when the awards and that, because I think if I remember correctly, Ronaldo won it in 2013. Ronaldo won it in 2013, right? So I'm not being funny. 2 years removed from that, you're not going to tell me that Ronaldo's better than Messi. Like, it just wasn't. He might have scored 10 or 15 more goals than him. You just weren't better than him, though.
At no point in time were they equals. Period. I'm not entertaining the debate. But Tosin, tell us about this year's Ballon d'Or. Are you happy with the standings as they came out in the end? Do you think the voting was accurate enough? Do you think this was more a triumph of, oh, this guy won the Champions League, as opposed to he was actually the best player I watched for most of last year? Who would you have voted for your top three, basically?
My top three would have been exactly what it is, but take away, I would have put Rafinha in the top three, and that would have been it. I think that Yamal, Rafinha, and Ousmane Dembele were the best players in the world. And I know Liverpool fans are upset about Mo Salah not winning, but guess what? We don't care. So there's that. And on top of that, like, I know how FIFA and how these things work. As soon as PSG won the Champions League, we knew what it was. Everyone's saying Yamal this, Yamal that. Look, he had the chance to do it in the Nations League, and he got beat by Cristiano Ronaldo. That was that. Done. So for me, when you're seeing Cole Palmer join the top 10, I already know this thing's a joke. So whatever. But Dembele deserves it. Congratulations to him.
Like, it's crazy to me. Like, we're going to switch over to the women's side now, where Aitana Bonmati won it for the third time in a row, I believe. And I'm like, okay, why is the criteria different between the men and the women? Because they're basically giving Aitana, they're saying she's the best player in the world. I don't have an issue with that, because she probably is. But she didn't win. I know a bunch of Arsenal players like Mariona Caldente or Alessia Russo, that beat her in 2 finals, and they didn't win. So why is Dembele winning? Well, he won because they won the treble, but they won the treble in France. So it's all bullshit, guys. Like, we've devoted way too much time to this. Can we talk about actual football now?
Yeah, let's get to it. Yeah.
All right, let's get to it then. We start in the Super League this week, and we start at Anfield, where Liverpool hosted Everton and beat them 2-1. Coach, were you surprised by this?
No, it's built to us at Anfield when it comes to the Merseyside derby. It always has been. Like, it's just, yeah. Everton have got some funny and some good draws there, but genuinely, it's always built to us there.
Yeah, I think I saw a stat talking about David Moyes losing at Anfield like 21 times or some shit like that. Like,
that sounds about right.
Yeah,
I won't be shocked. I mean, he starts Michael Keane every time he goes to Anfield, so there you go.
You get what you deserve, man.
You know what? This is actually probably a more interesting conversation than the Ballon d'Or. Like, what exactly about Michael Keane convinces these managers to keep playing him? I don't get it.
White.
Like, don't they see what we see?
White.
He is.
It's not enough, man.
He is quite literally the Messi of Gary Caldwell's. Yeah.
You notice I had to look away for a second and think about what he just said.
It was deep, because I thought you were going to go with he's like Harry Maguire with a smaller cranium.
No.
That kind of thing. No. I just do not rate that player. In any event, Tosin, there was no Wirtz or Isak. Good call. I mean, they won the game, so by default, it doesn't matter. But was it a good call to sort of protect them? Because I feel like the chatter around Wirtz especially was getting a little loud,
Yeah, it was good to protect Wirtz. I think Isak is slowly coming into fitness. That's why they started doing Champions League over the week. They slowly better him. But as far as Wirtz, man, listen, I ain't seen a German that bad since. Anyways, but yeah, he's he hasn't been that good. So,
oh man, Coach Ryan Gravenberch, is he the best midfielder in the league on present form? I mean, that goal was tremendous.
It was a great goal. The technique for it was out of this world. Like, the adaptation that he needed for it was something that you can't coach. But looking at it, that's the best decision you can ever have made. That's the only decision he could have made, really, and he executed it perfectly. But yeah, I wouldn't say he's the best midfielder in the league right now. I'd say he's playing like one of the best for sure. I'm not going to discount the second half of last season from him. Like, I don't think he was good second half of last season. I think he trailed off relatively quite early, actually, to be fair. But they had quite a good lead already. But Gravenberch is an interesting player because he's had to change position a few times, and I'm not going to compare him to to Moussa Dembele because I think he's probably better. But that's the vibes I'm getting because, you know, Moussa Dembele was a striker, realised he couldn't score goals, got moved back to attacking midfield, realised he wasn't really creating much, and just said, we'll just take you another 15 yards back again and see what you can do there. Make something happen. And, you know, Gravenberch, you know, coming from Ajax to Bayern Munich, they saw him as an 8, right? Like a real sort of dominant box-to-box 8 kind of thing. Even with, you know, some good attacking qualities, but it wasn't working out. And Slot has found his actual position for me, which is as your deepest midfielder. Not saying he can't play as an 8, but I think this is where we've clearly seen his form of his life. So
yeah, you can't argue with the form, but I still think he's an 8. Not that it matters. He's just a really good midfielder, and any good coach will find a use for a good player. So, but I do think like there are not a lot of 6s that finish like he finished this weekend. Put it that way. Like when I think of Rodri scoring goals, I don't think scoring goals like that. He has that sauce.
Exactly.
That 6 you do not have, you know. But he's definitely fun to watch. And as an Arsenal fan, I regret everything. Let's move over to Burnley 1, Nottingham Forest 1. I'll go back to you, Coach. Zinchenko, I saw him playing this weekend, and it was a great relief because he wasn't playing for my club. But does he work for Ange, or is this just we don't have?
Hell yeah, he works for Ange. They love, like, if Zinchenko left City and didn't come to us and went to Tottenham, and the timelines were exactly the same, he would be Ange's captain, maybe, to be honest, because he is a purely idea footballer and Ange is a purely idea football manager. So yeah, he absolutely works. He might be Ange's most used player this season, I'm pretty sure, pending fitness.
And he just got there.
Yeah.
I mean, Edu knew what was about to happen before it happened, so he got Ange a little toy to play with, which is nice. As for the actual game itself, Nico Williams scored a really nice early goal that got cancelled out in the 20th minute by Jadon Anthony. And both teams just kind of threatened each other without breakthrough. I mean, I'm actually kind of pleased for Scotty Parker, you know, still wearing all that same shit. What's that designer be wearing, Tosin?
Tom Brown.
Tom Brown still wearing. I saw him in a puffer jacket this weekend, like a Tom Brown. I was like, I didn't even know Tom Brown made puffer jackets. Good for him, you know. In any weather, they got Scott Parker. Let's move over to Brighton, who hosted Tottenham, went 2 goals up, thanks to basically what was a goal of the season contender compilation in that first half from Ayari and Minte. Then Tottenham came back. I did not see that coming, but maybe Thomas Frank is a good coach, Tosin?
He is a good coach, and they look good. So,
yeah. Coach Mo Kudus. I feel like because he ended up at the wrong club, we're just going to pretend he doesn't exist for months now. But that's a really good player, right? Someone should have stopped him from going to Tottenham.
Yeah, I mean, they're talking about Javi being the man, but this is Kudus's team, bro. Like, I don't think Javi Simmons is better than Kudus. He might be.
Hold on, Tosin, opine on that. Who do you think is a better player?
Kudus.
Okay.
I just think that Xavi Simmons, like, he will grow into his role at Tottenham. I just feel that Kudus just has a little bit more giddy, but just a little bit more manliness to him versus Xavi Simmons.
That's pretty much what it is. I mean, Xavi Simmons is nice. He's subtle, and he'll probably create. You know, his numbers will probably come up a bit better than Kudus. But Kudus is just a footballer, man. Like, the physicality part is nice, but look what happens when he has the ball. It's danger signs a lot of the time. So.
Bro,
I'm not looking forward to playing against him while he's at a better club than West Ham. So,
you know the only way to stop Kudus? Yeah. Put a Ghana jersey on him.
That could work. To be fair, at the World Cup, I think he was actually Ghana's best player.
Like, listen, guys, all I know about that guy, watching him, I'm like, he should play for the Baltimore Ravens. He does not belong in actual. He should be in the other football. Like, he does once he gets that ball, it's so
Forget
hard to
about
get
it.
it off him, man. He just fuck off me, guys. Like, I put the team on my back. You know, he's that guy. He's
Damn,
that
Derrick
hold my
Henry.
dick.
Oh my dick. Love it. All right, that was Brighton 2, Tottenham 2. We move over to Wolverhampton, where some Jamaicans reside. But yeah, they took the lead and still lost to Leeds United. Coach, I did not see this coming. 1-3. I thought this was where we gave our coach a contract extension he probably hasn't earned based on us losing all our games this season. But we're gonna get a win this weekend because we're playing against Leeds. But they got slapped, Coach. Dominic Calvert-Lewin out of nowhere, off the top rope.
I was so angry I couldn't find the video. You guys know what video I'm talking about in time. Because I was like, hold on a second. He's still alive? Furthermore, he's not modeling? This is insane. Like, yeah, Leeds are not Leeds, sorry. Wolves are in so much trouble that I'm struggling to see how they don't finish with more. Well, they should finish with around 17 to 20 points, but I can't see more than that. They're in deep. No team that starts like this, like, they don't turn it around. They're done.
Yeah, Tosin. The contract extension though, like, do you see the logic behind it at all or not?
As a man who supports a team who gives coaches contract extensions for no reason, no, it made no sense. They try to boost morale, but that's not how you boost morale, okay? Listen, I would say this. I'm gonna go on the record and put my neck out there. I think the teams that got promoted are more safer than the Wolves.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's for sure. Yeah, I like the teams that got promoted for sure. Let's move over to another potential relegation candidate. West Ham, coach's favorite team, hosted Crystal Palace and lost 1-2. We could talk about the game, but really I'm more interested in talk about the fact that we're already hearing links to Nuno Espirito Santo. We're hearing links to Slaven Bilic. Yeah. Even Gary O'Neill is getting some shots right here. Who would you pick as Graham Potter's successor? Because we know he's not lasting the season.
Oh, Bilic, 100%. That's proper Barclays heritage. Like, bring him back. Get him back there. Yeah, seriously. Bilic was I think he was West Ham manager while they were still at Upton Park, if I remember correctly.
He was.
Yeah. Like, that's pure. And he played for them as well, actually. I just remembered.
He did.
You know what you are? You're anti-black. Because why can't Nuno get a job?
Yeah, why can't Nuno get a job, nigga?
Because fuck him, that's why. He's asking me questions.
Hey, listen, the best part about this game was Tyreek Mitchell's finish. I was like, wait, what?
Ridiculous
you can do that?
Finish.
You can
Bro, he was surprised.
Yeah.
West Ham haven't won at home since February, and Crystal Palace have now gone 17 undefeated. Tosin, do you think you guys, meaning Manchester United, missed a trick not bringing Glasner in this summer?
Glasner, Thomas Frank, we missed a lot of tricks because we are tricks.
And on that note, we move over to your trick-ass team who managed to win at home against Chelsea, 1-2. So that now makes the first time since Ruben Amorim joined the team almost a year ago that United have won 2 home games in a row, Tosin. How happy are you? Is United back?
No. Listen, so I didn't even tell you guys I even watched this game. I literally finished the job I was doing and then snuck into my hotel room. I was like, listen, guys, don't bother me for the next hour and a half. I sat there and saw a red card with Robert Sanchez. Like, okay, how are we going to lose? In my head, I was like, how are we going to fuck this game up? That's what I thought to myself as soon as I saw the red card. We ended up winning, but that second half, whatever. Coaching Tommy did an addition. You guys going to listen to that. I don't have any opinions on this. That's all I got to say. Listen to Coach and Tommy talk. Don't listen to me. Listen to them.
Man.
Yeah, listen to us, but don't listen to us at the same time.
It's insane to me that, I mean, let's talk that Casemiro red card. This was, for me, I feel like this was just a ref evening the game up. Like, it was more of an ego yellow than an actual yellow, because I don't think it was a bad tackle, was it?
It was to me. It's like, again, Casemiro is too old to be behaving like that. He wanted to give a young Brazilian a bear hug. It's like, yo, relax. You're already on a yellow card. Like, and it's already slippery outside. You don't need to do that. Like, there's already pouring down rain, and like the referee just being a dickhead already. You knew that. So it's just like, you're too smart. You've played over 600 games in your career. You know when a referee's being dumb, but whatever, man.
Oh no, man, that's not a yellow in La Liga. I'll tell you that much. And Casemiro tell you that much too.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, he's used to being playing for the establishment basically, and United are still, to me, kind of the establishment, but You stop winning games because people forget that shit. You know, you can't be the establishment if you're not winning football matches.
Coach, what you make of Robert Sanchez's Comic Sans apology after the game?
Boy, I'm gonna actually answer that with another question. What do you make of the fact that Casemiro didn't even apologize? He just posted a picture saying, "Yeah, thanks for your support." After he got a red, he didn't apologize for shit.
Why the fuck would they apologize to these bums? They haven't won 4 Champions Leagues. Fuck all these niggas, man. He's Casemiro. Who the fuck are you? Who the fuck are you for him to be apologizing to you, man? Come on, man. This nigga a billionaire off fucking Ed Woodward checks. Fuck that. Fuck all that, man.
Yeah. I mean, do you know what's so mad? I think Chalobah was given an interview post-game, and it was obvious that he had seen some comments from our wonderful friends at Chelsea. And that's Chelsea spelt with a triple K. And it just always makes me laugh that no matter what can be happening, they always find a way to blame a black player. Like, I don't know how they do it.
Coach, let me tell you something, okay? In this life, find consistency. That's the one thing I can say about them. At least they're consistent. Racist,
That is true.
but consistent. Okay.
That is true. Yeah.
I know you guys probably discussed it on the United pod. I didn't get to listen to the whole thing. I only did like 20 minutes so far, but Maresca.
He's a bitch, man.
Like, when it was happening, I was like, okay, I think I get the logic. It's raining cats and dogs. You lost your goalkeeper. You want to protect. I've heard that, what's his face? Cole Palmer has a bit of an issue, and small injury, doesn't need surgery, but it's an injury nonetheless. Okay, you want to protect your best players from having to run up and down and chase the game all day, since, you know, you're already a man down. But then Casemiro gets a red, and now you can't change the game. Like, he was too clever, wasn't he, Tosin?
He's too bald. Like, I will talk about this later, but these two guys, listen, they were having the bozo off on the touchline. They really were.
It was crazy, man.
Just two dumb bitches saying exactly.
Yeah, it's crazy. Imagine being 10 versus 10 for the entire second half and not being able to take advantage of the fact that you're at home. That bothered me watching. I was like, damn, you know, just firm up a little bit. Just be a man about this shit, man. Ruben, just put your chest out, and they let Chelsea control the game. Like, I did not like that. But
one thing before we go on, I always knew Robert Sanchez was a bozo from his facial hair patterns. Like, the fact that his sideburns start like right there and there's nothing but skin for like a good 3/4 of his face. I'm like, I don't like that.
It's
Like,
really
man.
seedy. That's what I call it. Seedy facial hair. Let's call it that.
Like, guys, I feel like when a man has lost the hair up top, he has carte blanche to do whatever the fuck he wants to do on his face. Like, how you gonna question a nigga for trying to make something look interesting on his face after he lost his hair? Like, y'all niggas mean, man. Y'all mean as a motherfucker, man. But yeah, United 2, Chelsea 1, and everybody laughed. Fulham 3, Brentford 1, but I don't really care about this game, fellas. Did y'all hear that Alex Iwobi freestyle though? What's up? Big 1-7. Bars,
I haven't listened yet, but you know, from what I'm hearing, it's really quite good. Which I'm
that
pleased.
shit cold, nigga. Go listen to that shit. Matter of fact, get off the pod. Come on, man.
I'll listen. I'll listen to.
All right. But yeah, Milko Damsgaard scored the opener for Brentford in this one. But Alex Iwobi, again, forget the song, guys. He inspired the comeback in this game, and 3 goals for Fulham in this one. Yeah. Do we think he's gonna finish his career at Fulham, guys?
No, man. Alex Iwobi's an Igbo man. He's probably go to Saudi or something and get some money for the village.
I don't actually know, but the age he's at and his style of play, he could end up being a veteran Barclaysman. You know, he could still be at a top 10, top 8 club, you know, well into his early to mid 30s. So what is he, 28 now? Yeah, man, he could end up being there. You know, he might end up doing like a, you know, I know it's probably maybe slightly too late, but he could end up doing like what an Eze slightly, maybe get 2 good years out of him. Do you know what I mean? That's
what I'm dreaming for him.
Yeah,
like I really want that to happen for him some kind of way. It's probably not going to be ours though.
Yeah, I mean, I'd love it to be us, just because, you know, it's only football. You know what I mean? It'll be fun. You know, we'll find a way. But if not, you know, even if he goes into Europe, goes somewhere like, I don't know, maybe not Villarreal, because they've employed 2 very questionable footballers in the last couple months, but someone of that level potentially, I don't know. and you get a couple more Champions League years out of him because he deserves to be playing in Champions League. He does.
For real.
Yeah.
He's definitely on the level. He's on the level.
AC Milan will sign him at 37.
I'll take that. I'll take that because he's better than Pulisic. Like, I'll tell you that much.
Oh my days! Sunderland won. Aston Villa won. Matty Cash finally decided, you know what, man? If these strikers ain't gonna do shit, I'm gonna do some shit.
I'll do it myself.
Yeah, but it was not enough, guys, because Granit Xhaka knows a thing or two about an assist, and that cushion header to Wilson Isidore, guys, that was sexy. That was real sexy. Bad marking, but still sexy.
I watched this whole game and I have thoughts and opinions.
Go on.
Aston Villa are piss poor. Okay, they got out muscled by a 10-man team for most of that game. I promise you, and everything I love. I was watching. I was like, "Oh, you niggas stink."
Yeah.
Do you know,
after the game, Emery called his team lazy. And now we hear right before recording that Monchi, the sporting director there, has decided he's moving on. Or did they fire him? What happened there? Do we know?
Yes, is what happened.
Yeah.
No, seriously, do we know? Did he get fired or did he?
Don't know.
Yeah.
We don't know.
Okay. All right, because I imagine it's got to be hard to be a sporting director at any club when you don't have any money to spend anymore. Because if I recall correctly, they were one of the PSR is not fair type teams, even though their wages are like 99% of their revenue.
Yeah.
Oh well. Do we think Emery survives to December?
No. By the way, Monchi did this before at Sevilla when he ran up the bill and then walked away. And then they left.
Hey, man, at least they won some shit before he left. They can't be mad. Fuck them. I've been told that the whole point of the sport is trophies.
Have we seen a bigger fall off, like in such quick succession than what we're seeing with Aston Villa? Like genuinely, they were competing with what people deem to be the best team in the world 5 months ago.
Hold on now. Like, is it that quick a fall off? Like, we saw it coming. We've talked about this. We were talking about it when they fumbled the Champions League.
But I mean, again,
we're not surprised.
They missed
out on any transfers in. It was Marco Bizot. That was it.
Yeah, but I mean, they missed out on the Champions League by one dodgy referee decision. But they were in the Champions League quarterfinal, and then now it's just all gone to shit. Like, I think that is incredibly dramatic. Like,
I don't know, not any more dramatic than City falling apart last season. You know,
Hey, Dean, by the way, they said that Monchi's the Lehman Brothers.
What you mean, nigga? I don't like to think about the housing crisis. Like, speak up.
Basically, he ran off the bill and now they're bankrupt. That's what they said.
Yeah. I'm not putting that on him. Like, somebody owns that club. You don't let a sporting director.
Tom Hanks.
All right, that's enough of these broke ass motherfuckers. Bournemouth 0, Newcastle 0 in the Eddie Howe derby, fitting for two of the best off the ball teams in the world. But I think this was a better result for Newcastle since they had Europe in midweek. They did rotate a bit. But coach, Eddie Howe has never beat Bournemouth. Isn't that a little curious?
Yeah, I mean, look at the club he manages. Of course, you're going to ask questions about this. You know what I mean? There's dodginess everywhere, first of all. So, yeah. But I can't lie to you. I couldn't give a rat's ass, man. Like, I was really hoping that they lost. But at the same time as well, I think it goes to show all the plaudits that he's been getting. And I say this with caution. Obviously, we played him this weekend. But all the plaudits he's been getting, it's just like Isaac was all your was basically your tactics, bro. If you stay in the game long enough, Isaac will win you your game. Basically, I don't think he's particularly special. And this isn't even hate. Like, I don't think he's particularly special. But when you have a striker of that level, you can do some pretty cool things. Do you know what I mean, in a season? So if this new, Rudy Voller guy is gonna be of that level kind of thing, we might be having to listen to the people calling him a good manager again. I don't know, but I personally think we're gonna see what he potentially probably his true level is, because you don't have that level of player. So
I don't know, man. That feels a little harsh to me, coach.
No, I'm not being harsh. Bro.
Every manager needs good players.
Oh, 100%. But they were talking about this guy like, yeah, like put it like this: the level of grace he's gotten from the media, for me, isn't befitting of the level of manager he actually is. That's the way I feel.
Well, we know why that's the case, but we don't need to get into that today. We move over to the final fixture from the Super League this weekend. It was Arsenal 1, Man City 1 at the Emirates. There's an instant reaction out from Coach. He was at the game. Go watch that on our YouTubes. And there's also a full pod out with myself, Coach, and Gabby, which you should also go watch on YouTube or listen to at a streamer of your choice. However, since Coach and I have both opined in great depth. Pause. Tosin, I'm hoping you got to see some of this game. What are your general thoughts?
I saw the whole thing. My whole thoughts is this. Arsenal fans, okay, listen to me loud and clear. You guys are some suckers. You guys are some suckers, okay? Grow up here, okay? That you guys generally are just, it makes me sad to see a bunch of people acting like whiny punks on the timeline. It's September. Yes, you didn't start the season well, but guess what? Doesn't mean you need to go and fire Mikel, okay? You're not getting a better manager than him right now. I promise you, you're not. As somebody who's not like their coach, love your coach, okay? That's the first thing. Second of all, it's Pep Guardiola was doing a 5-2-3, okay? Or whatever the hell he wanted to play. Pep was doing nonsense, okay? He put the handbrake on, and he got a lucky break with Haaland, and that was that, and Arsenal was chasing the game. Do I agree that Mikel should have switched up the midfield? Yeah, sure, you can have that. But guess what? It's two big teams, okay? You're not going to have your sexy 3-0s. Football doesn't work like that. If that's what you want, go turn on your PlayStation. Now, with all that said, y'all going to be all right. I promise you. The season really, really starts when it gets cold. Once you go outside, you don't want to go outside, that's when the season really starts. So right now, calm down, okay? When you look at your weather app and you say, you know what? I want to be in the house today. That's when the Premier League really starts. Right now, we're getting a taste. Okay, pause. We're not gonna get everything yet, but just relax. And that's all I have to say about Arsenal. I have no tactics. I leave that for Coach.
We got Paul Pierce on the fucking potty sound. I don't want a taste. I want the whole load.
I'm trying to get a taste of it. What the whole
load? Coach has said more than enough about this game. So we will ask Coach to tell us about the standings, please.
Indeed. So Liverpool are in first. They are pulling away at this point, I'd say.
It's 5 points, nigga. Relax. You're the one Tosin is talking to. You're pulling away in September.
It's September. Yeah.
Calmate. Que te calmo.
Arsenal, calm down before I calm you down. I like it.
Hey, man, I learned that from Jadakiss. He all speaks Spanish, man.
So 15 points for Liverpool in first. Arsenal, some other team, Bournemouth, are all on 10 points to round up the top four. And Crystal Palace, my guys, are outright in fifth on 9 points. Nobody else matters.
I do think it's interesting that the two Manchester teams are very close to each other in the table. And one is getting in the neck, and the other one is like, you know what? It's fine to play, to park a bus at the Emirates, but hey, that's neither here nor there. Let's move on to better places like Italy, where Napoli, defending champs, hosted Pisa today and beat them 3-2. Tosin, I know you watched this. I just want to say the Billy Gilmore goal to start the scoring in this game, his first goal in professional football, which was a shocker to me. I figured he would have scored a goal by now, but that was so pretty. So pretty.
It was. He was the only Scotsman running around like Tupac today. So shout out to Billy Gilmore for...
No McTominay?
He didn't do anything today, man. He was just doing cardio.
Okay. Oh, man. Let's move over to... Oh,
I was impressed by the Nigerian kid, Pizza. He was young.
Ebenezer Akinsoro, whatever his name is.
Yeah, he was solid today. Yeah, I mean, obviously playing against the best team in the league, and he held his position well, so he did well. Yeah, I was proud. Yeah,
I don't want to be mean to Pisa, but when you look at the way the goals went in, even though it's a 3-2 game, which makes it seem like it was a close game, it really wasn't. They just got consolations at interesting times, so they didn't really do much in this game. We move over to Udine, where Udinese hosted Milan and got slapped 3-0. A great Modric performance. Apparently, when he got substituted, there was a whole standing ovation, but that could just be because he's old as fuck and people love him. Pulisic scored twice, and Fofana got the third in this one. His goal was sandwiched by the Pulisic goals. But, Coach, despite key injuries, and even though they lost the first game, Milan have now won 3 in a row with 3 clean sheets.
Yeah.
Are they a contender?
No, but That's fine. That's fine. Milan will always have this period in a season where they flatter to deceive. Like you're thinking, yeah, you know what? Maybe they can do something, but it's not happening. No.
All right, fair enough. We go over to Verona, who hosted Juventus, and a lovely Francisco Conceição opener was canceled out by a Gift Orban penalty that Igor Tudor is probably still bitching about right now because apparently, I don't know. Tosin, did you see the penalty award in this game? Oh no, Tosin disappeared.
I'm back.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I saw it. It was nonsense, but Gift Orban did some violence, by the way, in this game.
Yeah,
I'm never gonna like that guy. Like, don't ever talk shit about my club, you pussy. Don't ever do that.
I just think it's weird that he's a Nigerian with a Hungarian last name. I don't understand this shit, man. You know,
He's, I think, like from Benin or Togo, one of those places. His dad.
Man, yeah, I'm gonna talk to my people over here. We gonna get him a flight back home. Fiorentina hosted Como, and Nico Paz, he continues to have a great season.
Was that 2 assists?
2 assists in this game. What's that?
2 assists he got.
Yeah, 2 assists from the free kick, and the goal that Jaden Adai scored at the end was basically Jaden Adai. It was a solo effort when you think about it, but Paz gave him the ball, so he gets the assist.
basically, Busquets to Messi. So,
yes, that kind of assist. Because Jaden Adai, man, I'd heard the name, hadn't really seen him play, but based on this evidence, people go watch this goal. And it was a winner with in the 4th minute of added time. Super impressive player. 1 man of the match. I'll be watching him closely moving forward. But I also paused that because it sounded weird. We move over to Sassuolo, who hosted Inter. And Inter scored 2 goals via Carlos Augusto, who was man of the match, and Fede Di Marco, who got a lovely assist from Peter Susic. This Susic guy, man, like, you know, I know I've given up on Inter already, but Susic is a player, man. He's going places. That is a good footballer. But Inter were 2 up before. And those of you who have been listening for a while realize how painful it is for me to say this out loud. Walid Chedira, the Moroccan striker, scored a goal against Inter Milan in my lifetime. That happened, and I had to watch it with my eyes. I didn't like that at all, but it happened, and it's done now. We move on. Lazio hosted Roma in the Rome Derby, and Lorenzo Pellegrini got the winner via 38-minute goal. It was his 4th Derby winner, which begs the question, Tosin, which one of the players on your favorite team was your favorite Derby Day performer?
Oh, Manchester United?
Yes, that is your favorite team, I believe. Are you an Arsenal fan?
Allegedly.
I suspect you are.
Wayne Rooney against Man City. I don't know. Like every time he played against City, he decided to put them in a headlock. That was just his thing. Was just like, hey, listen, by the way, I'm really good at this sport. I'm gonna show you why. So Rooney against City was always fun.
I fucks with that. Coach, who you got for your Arsenal?
Pires, man. Pires.
Yeah. You didn't even let me finish the sentence. God damn.
The answer's obvious.
Yeah, but you're right.
Pires put belt to fucking arse against Tottenham. Like it wasn't even a game. Like he was coming there to end careers, man. Yeah, it's Pires every time, man.
Love that. Coach, you'd be proud to know that your boy, Matteo Guendouzi, he did that thing he always does where he's like, you know what? I'm not doing anything productive in this game. Let me get a red card.
Yeah.
He did that again. Yeah. You know, it's what he does.
Literally the Roy Keane voice, you know. I might just smash somebody, you know, just to make myself feel better, you know?
Can you do your Roy Keane impression again? I think this needs to be a regular feature on the show.
I'm not doing that.
It's his job, you know? It's his job.
It's his job.
Somebody.
You're not getting a record. Like, Roy, relax.
You're losing the game. Take somebody. Fucking Roy Keane. Coach, standings, please, before we go off the fucking rail with this shit.
Napoli in first, 12 points. Fuck off, Juve. They're second in 10th place. 10 points, sorry. Wish they was in 10th place. Milan and Roma. Milan and Roma round of the top 4, both on 9 points.
Yeah. Coach said Juventus. You know what? I don't need to do an Anchorman joke in 2025. Let's move on. In Germany, Hoffenheim hosted Bayern, and Harry Kane did Harry Kane things. He scored a hat trick. This time, one from a corner routine and 2 penalties. The infamous Vladimir Sufal left West Ham only to go suffer at Harry Kane's hands still in Germany. I don't understand that. I don't understand why he likes suffering. Tosin?
That was Harry Kane's 10th
hat trick for Bayern Munich, by the way.
10th or 9th. I thought it was 9th, but I'll listen to you.
Like, fellas, either way,
Mm.
I'm beginning to have serious thoughts and doubts about the level of the Bundesliga. I just think it's ridiculous. I mean, I know Harry Kane is amazing. He's always been amazing. But for fuck's sake, can they like try? Like just stop him a little bit?
Yo, there was
You know what I'm thinking? It got me thinking as well. Like old man Ronaldo, right? I'm not talking about Al Nassr Ronaldo. I'm talking about Ronaldo, Juventus Ronaldo in Germany. They might have had to rename Germany East Portugal. Like seriously, bro. I think if I'm seeing what Harry Kane's doing there, what Ronaldo did at Juventus, I think it could have been 100 times worse in Germany. Like, think about it.
Yo, you know what's the craziest thing about this game? What I realized about Harry Kane?
Yeah.
Harry Kane is now starting to do things just to do things. He had a pass in this game to Gnabry, I think it was. Where in my head I was just like, you're just doing shit at this point? Not even to prove a point, just because you can. Like, that's what
He might find it funny, bro.
Do you guys think he speaks German yet?
Oh,
No,
absolutely
he
not.
doesn't. I'm kidding.
Don't even speak English.
Hamburg hosted Heidenheim and beat them 2-0. Luka Vuskovic, the Spurs loanee, scored Hamburg's first Bundesliga goal in 7 years. The last Hamburg player to score a Bundesliga goal? Anyone want to hazard a guess?
Lewis Holtby.
No, you didn't guess. You just read what I fucking wrote. Nigga. I hate you.
I know who it was. I think it was Reece Nelson.
No, he already answered the question. Nigga, shut up.
Oh, was
All
it Lewis Holtby?
He didn't even play for Hamburg, man.
He played for Schalke.
He played for Hoffenheim.
That's it.
You know what? They're all the same to Harry Kane. It doesn't matter. In the game of the weekend in the Bundesliga, Frankfurt hosted Union Berlin and lost 3-4. None of us saw this coming, but then again, Frankfurt are in the Champions League, and they did rotate. But Oliver Burke, who plays for Union Berlin, you guys remember him, right? The quick guy from Scotland, scored a hat trick. First Scotsman to ever bag a hat trick in the Bundesliga. While this really tall black man named Elias Ansah continued his really good start to the season for Union Berlin. We mentioned him, I think, the first week of the season. I think he scored on, I guess, his debut, I believe. He's continued as he meant to go on. So good for him. Nathaniel Brown, Chan Uzun, and Jonathan Burkhardt got Frankfurt's goals. The penalty award for Burkhardt's goal, man, we got to do something about these laws of the game, man. Like this motherfucker his dive was so obvious and so bad that the commentary team was chuckling, and they still gave it to him, and he scored it. But you know what? If that's what y'all want to do, Germany, so Harry Kane can break all your records, that's on you. In our final stop in Germany, Leverkusen won. Borussia Mönchengladbach won. Haris Tabakovic scored in the second minute of added time, and he canceled out what should have been the winner from our boy, the U.S. men's national team's Malik Tillman. I thought he was going to get his moment, but it got stolen from him. And that's enough of that. Standings, please, dear coach.
Bayern Munich in first.
What?
12 points.
No way.
I know, right? I had to actually double check, but it is what it is. Dortmund. Now this is a real shock. Dortmund are in second, guys. They're currently unbeaten in Bundesliga, guys.
They did win this weekend, but I just don't feel like talking about those assholes.
Yeah.
Not after what they did against Juventus. No way. No way.
Timbers.
Yeah. And Leipzig in third on 9 points, and then Cologne and St. Pauli round out the top 5, both on 7 points.
Very nice. We move over to Salsaland, Spain, and we start in Seville, where Real Betis hosted Real Sociedad and beat them 3-1 in a wildly entertaining match that Betis dominated, basically from start to finish, even though they conceded a goal. MLS alum Cucho Hernandez scored a really lovely opener. And two Prem alums, Pablo Fornaros and Hector Bellerin, combined for the second goal in this game before an Alex Ramiro own goal for Sociedad kind of settled this one. Real Madrid hosted Espanyol, and Eder Militao is... I suppose we have to say he's looking like himself again. If you can score that kind of goal, coach.
Ridiculous, man. I think all centre-backs should be allowed to, the footballing body allow all centre-backs, especially at top level, to have one of those in their career. They all deserve one. Do you know what I mean? Like, seriously, unreal goal.
It meant much less, but it was better than the company shot that we're
I
all
was going to
thinking of
say,
right
it was
now.
better than company shot. I remember Sol Campbell had one away to Portsmouth,
He played for them. Weird.
Yeah. And then Sergio Ramos, I believe, had a free kick, if I remember correctly. Yeah.
All right. We're done with your memories, coach. Tosin, your boy Kylian, who is probably the front runner already for next year's Ballon d'Or. He tried to replicate Militao's effort. I thought he did a really good job. Was that the goalkeeper fucking up, or what's your take on that goal?
Kylian's nasty. That's all that is.
Okay.
That's really it. There is something that Xabi Alonso said in his press conference, because apparently now, like, they're all upset that Vinny's getting benched, and he said,
who's all upset?
Madrid fans. And he said, my big three is Tchouaméni, Alvaro, which I'm so sad we let him go, whatever, and Mbappe. He said those three aren't getting rotated anytime soon. Everybody else getting rotated. Those three, no chance.
Yeah.
And Xabi Alonso's basically just like, hey, listen, I'm the man here. One thing I want to say about that team, right? Tactically, I'm really enjoying this team. From a nerve perspective, Xabi Alonso is doing some real fun things with his Madrid side. Like, he's doing different setups, different shapes, and it's really just like, wow, this guy's a fucking nerd, and I love it. It's great. So
can I just say that he's doing shit that he's just gonna not ever do again because he's trying to figure some shit out. Because what's gonna happen is, I'll tell you what's gonna happen. He's gonna realize that he needs, in his forward line, 2 runners, and one of them will be Mbappe, 1 creator, and he's gonna need his midfield to get athletic. But right now he's just fucking around. But we know what plays he's gonna settle on. Like, he's settling on Bellingham, Mbappe. I'm gonna say, obviously, Vinny. I'm gonna say, oh my gosh, I've forgotten his name. The left-footed one with the dreads. Oh my god, Camavinga. The defense pretty much picks itself, and everybody else just kind of fills in depending on how he's feeling. But the composition of the team's gonna be the composition of the team. I'm telling you, he's just figuring shit out just because he can. He's at Real Madrid.
Well, his response to the whole, why did you sub Vinny? Or Vinny was angry when you took him off was, well, Franco Mastantuono was angry too when I took him off.
Mm-hmm.
So far he's given that kid a lot of minutes. So
yeah.
I think there's going to be room for that guy. Even though, I'll be honest with you guys, maybe I just haven't watched him enough because I wasn't going to sit down and watch fucking River Plate compilations, different level. But I don't see it yet. I'm sure I'll see it soon because Real Madrid don't sign bums if they can help it, but I don't see it yet. I'm just saying. Let's move over to Barcelona, where they played in that little Matchbox stadium again, their training ground, and they destroyed Getafe 3-0. It was pretty easy. Probably could have been 8-0, honestly. Yeah. Ferran Torres, man, he feels underrated to me by now, Tosin. Do you agree?
Yeah. He's everything is clicking for him. I think some players develop at different times, and now he's at that point when his career was just like everything is making sense for him. His touches make sense, his shooting makes sense, his finishing makes sense. So he's at that age where, he put it all together, and, he's a very talented boy. He always has been, and now it's all together. So good for him.
I really love his ball striking, man. His ball striking is something to behold, for sure.
Yeah, like when you can I know Lewandowski is old as hell now, but when you can take minutes away from him and no one really has anything to say about it. I think when Lewandowski first got to this club, I want to say 2 years ago now, 3 years ago, and Torres was there, I think he got there the same summer or maybe the summer before. And when he would come in for Lewandowski, there was a definite gap in the level. Now he seems to be the better player, so which is pretty cool. But let's talk about some drama. Actually, before we get into drama, I want to give a shout out to Danny Olmo's back heel because that shit was sexy as a motherfucker.
Shit, man.
Just lovely shit. I think, honestly, for me, I know, comparisons are the thief of joy, but I was watching that backhand. I thought to myself, that's better than the one Guti did for whoever the fuck he did at Real Madrid for
Zidane.
Yeah, because it was actually within the flow of the game. Like, Guti just kind of did it to do it. Like, it didn't make sense. This one made sense. Like, Guti did not make sense. He just did it to be cool as shit because he's Guti. But this one, it was like, that was a perfect move in the perfect moment, and the shit was, it was just beautiful.
Oh,
man.
no, I think he did one also. Guti might have did one also to Benzema, actually.
Yeah, he did one for Benzema as well.
He was going through on goal, and he decided to just get to backheel it back to Benzema.
Like with him, it was superfluous. He was just doing it to do it. This was the one way to make the assist, and it was beautiful.
I will say, I just watched the Guti assist again. He definitely did just to do it, but that shit has so much power.
He did not need to do that shit. But let's talk some drama real quick. Marcus Rashford had a really good week.
Yep.
Until the starting lineup was picked for this game because he was late. How are you late to work in 2025, people? Like timekeeping, kilo de.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna particularly like defend him here and give him any grace. Like, you don't do that. But what I will say, when you fuck up, like, and this is general life advice, I used to listen to it myself. When you fuck up, just think about your next opportunity to not make it up to the person. Like, let's think about the next time you can excel, basically. And that's what Marcus Rashford did. He came off the bench and got an assist. I'm sure
Did really well.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, he did actually, and I'm sure Hansi Flick it's all is forgiven now. Just don't be late again, basically.
Yeah, I don't know about you colored people, man. Y'all be doing that CPT shit. He gonna be late again.
I mean, I really hope not. But I mean,
like, think about all the people he suspended for being late at Barcelona in the last year.
Yeah,
Rafinha,
yeah,
Koundé,
yeah,
Rashford. Y'all niggas need to step it up. You're embarrassing us, man. Y'all moving like Onana right now, man.
Yeah.
You're not goalkeepers. You're forwards. Behave yourselves.
But you know what gets me is the fact that the moment something like that happens, because these guys were quiet for ages. They were quiet for weeks and months at this point. And then he's late. When he scores 2 goals, we didn't hear anything when he scored 2 goals against Newcastle in the Champions League, by the way. And then he's late, but then still gets an assist. And all of a sudden, this short, sniveling little prick just decides to say some really, to my mind, really devious and just devilish shit. How can you fix your mouth? Say, I'm finding it hard to feel happy for him. So you want him to go there and flop. That's what you want. Like,
yeah.
Go on.
I'll give you something crazy, coach. Remember the Worthington Cup back in the day?
Yeah.
You know, Scholes got fined for 2 weeks' salary because he refused to play against Arsenal in the Worthington Cup.
Well, there we go. You refuse to play. I don't think Rashford has ever refused to play for United, for any club. In fact, I don't think he's actually played through injuries.
So, some might say that some of these performances were him refusing to play.
Maybe, but
that man would just stand there. He would just stand there. It was like, Marcus, press.
he still put on the shirt, but these guys walk around like they were perfect, and then they want to like stick the knife in. They want to essentially try to bully him through the media. Like, make no mistake about it, Paul Scholes is a fucking cunt. Like, he is. Like, I absolutely despise him.
All right, that's enough of that. He's my favorite United player ever, I want to say. But he was very wrong to say what he said. That's for fucking sure. Tosin?
Marcus Rashford's drinking mate now. He moved to Spain and just became I don't know what the hell's going on.
That's how you assimilate. You know, that's what they want. Like, I'm going to change this hat out. This yellow hat is going to turn red next week. And y'all know the rest. All right. Girona lost at home to Levante 4-0. They are so finished as a club. I remember they were in the Champions League. Was it last season or the season before that?
Season before.
And everything has been shit since then. That was the worst thing that ever happened. And they got rated, and it's all bad now. Eta Enyon.
Oh no, there was last season.
Hold on. Jackie Soro. Mini host. The microphone. Eta Enyon, who came to the Emirates with Villarreal in the preseason, he has scored or assisted in every game this season for Levante. That's insane to me. But not really, because he looked impressive. And he's Cameroonian. Is this a new Samuel Eto'o?
No. Go to hell.
You don't know that yet.
I do know that now.
Samuel Eto'o wasn't Eto'o until he became Eto'o. Coach, what were you going to say?
No, I was just going to say Girona won the Champions League last season.
Oh, damn. That feels worse. So is this a bigger or smaller fall off than Villa, Coach?
No, this is smaller because, like, they had players like Villa. Who have Villa lost? You know what I'm saying? They haven't really lost anyone.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, they sold Jacob Ramsey. That's it.
Yeah.
Damn, that's crazy.
Donny van de Beek still can't get minutes.
You love it. I know you do, you bastard.
Hey, man, because he's the Black Paul Scholes. Hater. Villarreal 2, Osasuna 1. Our fake challengers came back from a goal down at home to grab all 3 points. Bad karma guy gave the penalty away that gave Osasuna the lead. Budimir. He scored like 20 goals last season, but he got the look of a retired mechanic, so nobody gonna buy him. But Mikatadze and Gueye grabbed second half goals to turn around. Red card to Osasuna's Valentin Rossier certainly helped. But coach, are you getting more and more impressed with Villarreal at this point?
I am, but I don't want to be. I really don't want to be, but they're good. I mean, I really, really like Mikatadze's, like, you know, that move is really good. him and Pepe should do a lot of damage. I think that is a very, very good partnership potentially there. But as for the rest of the team, I don't want to give too much props because it's Villarreal and
it's nasty work right now.
It's just
nasty
it's
work.
bad.
It's nasty. Tosin, do you want to tell us about the man of the match in this game?
Yeah, Tiana Trump.
That's not a man, bro. Like, we're not that progressive on this pod.
Well done. You called me a pod. Well done.
Woman. They got it was woman. We love.
All right. Alaves won, Sevilla 2. Sevilla got their second victory of the season with a 2-1 win over Alaves. Vargas, the Swiss winger, scored a goal in this game that I think everybody should go see. I don't think I've ever seen someone shoot with that much power while they were off balance. It was crazy. Beautiful goal. Then Alexis Sanchez came off the bench to secure the win. I was like, what the fuck am I watching here, guys? Like, this is crazy, man. I ain't like that shit. Were we wrong, Tosin? Like, are these guys a decent team again?
No, go away.
Okay. All right, cool. Thanks for humbling me. Valencia 2, Athletic Bilbao 0. Coach, why did Arsenal break Bilbao? What did they do to us for us to break them like this? What's going on?
I don't know, man. I feel bad for them because while Valencia are definitely more impressive than they have been in recent years, to my mind, Bilbao are still better than them. So, yeah, I can't figure that one out, to be honest.
Yeah, the red card to Danny Vivian didn't help. You can't when you take those dogs for reds, you're going up the hill. And they didn't mark at a corner. And honestly, I put this game on the agenda for one reason, so I could say this name. Baptiste Santa Maria scored from a corner from Valencia, and Hugo Duro tapped in the second to settle things. Go on, Coach.
I love Hugo Duro's name. I say the last name like a Yoruba man every time I see his name. It's great.
Just make sure you don't Google him then, since you love him so much. Mallorca won. Atletico Madrid won. Julian Alvarez seems very grumpy lately, Coach.
Yeah.
And I'm hearing things about Barcelona being interested once they have some levers to pull again.
Yeah. I think
Predict the future.
Well, first of all, they have no more levers. They're gonna have to build some more just to break them again. So there's that. But yeah, with Lewandowski probably, leaving at the end of the season, that sounds like a good sort of replacement, good age. I wouldn't say similar profile, but he can offer some similar things with his link-up play for sure. But above everything else, he's got absolutely ridiculous ball striking, which I know we spoke about Barcelona already, but all of their forwards do. All of their forwards just really hit the ball really well. He would fit in right there, to be honest.
I'm mad as fuck right now, man.
Yeah. There's history
with ball striking.
There's history there between Atleti and Barcelona, trading strikers, both David Villa and Suarez and Griezmann. There's been a lot of history there, so I can definitely see it happening.
Yeah, man. Andrea Berta, stop it. Don't let it happen. Coach, give us them standings and we can move over to France, where Tosin has promised us he will speak French. He's going to do the entire next session in French. Tosin said that.
Real Madrid, 15 points. They're perfect right now, to be fair. Barcelona in second on 13 points. Villarreal and Espanyol round up the top four, both on 10 points.
Thank you very much, good sir. We move over to France, where Lyon hosted Angers. And Tanner Tessman, another U.S. men's national team player, scored the only goal as Lyon joined PSG at the top of Liga. So, yeah, we have a team that's not PSG at the top of Liga. This is amazing. I love this. In the game we all really care about from Liga this weekend, Monaco beat Metz 5-2. Ansu Fati came off the bench at halftime to make a mess of Metz in a comeback win. Minamino, Biereth, Lamine Camara, and George Lenikena all contributed to a very big win. But Tosin, I'm still not, I mean, there are a lot of ballers on that team, a lot of people we like, but I haven't seen my boy Paul yet. It's not moving me yet.
He's back in training. They say he should be back by October. He was post-game talking about how much he rates Ansu Fati and how much he predicted he was going to score. So, yeah. You did say I should say this in French, so I'll do this now. Voulez-vous coucher avec moi ce soir?
My nigga. And finally, Le Classique, that's Marseille against PSG, was 1-0. That happened shortly before we started recording. It was actually supposed to happen on Sunday, but it got postponed due to weather. And the replay today clashed with the Ballon d'Or ceremony. And the winner, Ousmane Dembele, was only there because he's currently injured. Otherwise, he would have had to miss the Ballon d'Or ceremony to play the game. That said, they lost the game. Tosin, did you see that coming?
No, but Chevalier is about to get ran out the building because what the hell was he doing, man? He looked like Andre Onana.
Leave the black man out of this.
Just on PSG goalkeepers, I think if I'm being totally honest here, I think Keylor Navas is probably the best one they've had in the last decade-ish, I want to say.
Honestly, man, they have a Yashin Trophy winner right now, man. I don't know what you're talking about, man. Donnarumma was very good in the Champions League last season. I mean, I know he has his flaws, but sometimes we focus too much on players' flaws and forget what they can do really well.
But this is the thing with Donnarumma. It's always been like Donnarumma was probably a better goalkeeper in his teens than he has been in his 20s.
I'm blaming France for that. Now that he's back in the Prem, I'm very worried.
No, I'm not, because he had a brain fart moment yesterday. He was to me to my mind, he was probably at fault for that goal.
I'm not having that. No. I'm not having it. The stupid ass highline in the 94th minute of the game was at fault for the goal. That's what the issue was.
Of course, but even then,
I'm not here to defend Donnarumma, man. Like, go do your thing, man. Do your thing. My bad.
No, for real. So I'm just looking and thinking, Chevalier fits right in. They all have these brain fart. Like PSG goalkeepers all have these brain fart moments for sure. They all do. So yeah.
So it's football heritage at this point, is what
basically,
you're saying.
Yeah.
I got a good Turkish goalkeeper for them if they like brain fart.
For you, my friend, free.
In fact, we'll pay you.
Oh
man, coach, can you? I mean, PSG are not at the top of the league, so this is worth. These standards are worth it for once, please.
Yeah, to be honest though, that's only because this round of fixtures. Then, if it was a full round of fixtures, PSG absolutely beat Marseille. I'm sure it was just weird, but yeah, Monaco are finally top. In fact, guys, this is as close as it's ever been in France. The top four are all tied on 12 points.
Damn. So PSG still winning. Fuck.
Basically, yeah. And then Lille without Jagova or Angel Gomez or Jonathan David are fifth on 10 points. So
yeah, they've had a good start to the season. Good for them. All right, let's do some randoms. We're typically done with our week by now, but there's so much is happening, guys. We talked last week about how Benfica made a change and they brought in the special one, Jose Mourinho, and his first game was against a team named AVS. I thought it was Real Ave. No, this AVS is something else, but they won 3-0. So Jose starts with a win. So I guess the question, Tosin, is, are we going to be monitoring the Portuguese league this season a little bit? He is box office.
Yeah, we'll pay attention. They played a 4-2-2-2, by the way.
As long as Porto finish in relegation places, that's the only thing I care about in Portugal.
Wait, that's not going to happen. So save your wish for something else. However, which team? Give this some thought, coach, before you open your coaching mouth. Pause. Which team do you hate more, Sporting or Porto? Think about it. Now answer.
Still Porto.
Okay. I can live with that. PSV and Ajax played a 2-2 draw in the Netherlands. That's where they're both from. And it was a really great watch. So if you got time, go check those highlights out. And in the WSL, you want to send out our condolences to Matt Beard's family and friends. He was a big part of the women's game in England. Won the league, I believe, twice with Liverpool and got them promoted as well in his second stint with the club. And he died way too young. 47 is pretty young to pass, So our best wishes to his family and friends. Liverpool versus Villa in the Women's Super League was suspended as a result. In the games that actually happened, Katie Reed looked great for Arsenal in a goalless draw with Man United. City beat Spurs 5-1. Chelsea stayed perfect versus Leicester. Them motherfuckers haven't lost in what feels like forever. Mm-hmm. And Rosaf Kafaji, Arsenal loanee, looked really good for Brighton in a 4-1 win over West Ham. So now that I'm done yapping, guys, It's time to do this for the second time ever. Our winners and losers for the entire week. Coach, you go first, because I know Tosin is ready. I know you're not. So
no, I was going to say, honestly speaking, my first loser actually is Aston Villa, because they are absolutely positively sacking Emery, I'm probably going to be worse off for it. They're going to have to sell a bunch of players. They're going to have to take 10 million for Ollie Watkins, basically, for him to end up at probably Tottenham as a rotational striker. I don't know. Yeah, it's bad. It's bad, bro. It's bad. After that, my second loser, or losers, should I say, probably gonna be Milan. I know they won this week. I know, right? Just walk with me. Just walk with me. But Christian Pulisic plays for them, guys. Sorry, they can't win. I'm sorry. I just want to hate on him personally.
Listen, man, when people pull up at your door with guns, and when I say people are Americans, you know why. So you know, better chill with all that shit.
It's fine. And do I have a third loser? I don't think I do.
You should.
You should. It's a fucking segment.
Yeah, no, but seriously, I don't. If I'm being honest, and this isn't me just being emotional, I'm probably gonna give it to Arteta. Not because of anything other than the fact that I think it's so rare, so rare that I'm in a position where I'm like, I can't really rationalize that decision. Like it's maybe the second or third time ever in these near enough 6 years that he's been managing us that I felt that way. So I'll probably give it to him.
Tosin, please call this nigga a bitch one more time, please.
So, but on the flip side,
no, stop there, Tosin. Your losers for the week.
Cool. And now speed run through this because I prepared. Aston Villa, Unai Emery and Ollie Watkins, you cannot and will not trick me. And Munchie, you will not trick me either.
Munchie's gone, nigga. Leave him alone.
Girona is looking like you need to learn La Liga dos. And my third loser, Enzo Maresca and Ruben Amorim. If you want to know what not to do with the coach, watch that first half of what Enzo Maresca did with his subs. If you want to know what not to do as a coach, look what Ruben Amorim did in the second half. So those two are two losers in one.
You know, I got to be honest with you, fellas. Before we go to the winners, I randomly thought about Benjamin Šeško while I was driving to work today, and I thought to myself, damn, I hope things work out for that boy, man, because he made a bad decision. Bad decision. I don't like it. But back to you, Coach. Winners, please.
Oh, Martinelli, easy. Absolutely. He is the winner of the weekend for me, despite maybe his team not winning. And then going back to Spain, I know we spoke about it last week, but for me, the fact he picked up his award, Pepe as well, like got to give it to Pepe, man. Seriously. And the third one is low hanging fruit, but I've been really harsh on Dembele, and I think while we shitted on the Ballon d'Or, it's nice for him for his journey to have this. Especially before Mbappe, I think it's just fucking hilarious. That is really, really funny. But yeah, those are my three winners.
Like jokes aside, I know I personally do not care about this shit, but it is nice to see a brother win that shit. Like it's been a minute. Like, well, who was the last brother to win that shit? Like Benji. brother, not one of these spicy South American niggas.
No, probably George Weah.
It's been a while. So we love that. Tosin?
First winner, Alex Iwobi. People have realized what we've realized for a very long time that Alex Iwobi's really good at football. We've told you this a million times.
I thought this nigga was going to say he's good at rapping.
Oh, wait. Farabale. He scored, he got a goal and assist. And on top of that, he dropped a really bunch of good music. So shout out Alex Iwobi. That was my first winner. Second is Ousmane Dembele. Again, this is a wonder kid who, quote unquote, failed, but now he won Ballon d'Or. So that's a beautiful story. And my last winner is the Hoteps. J Electronica dropped new music. So the 5%ers and the Hoteps won.
Oh, my days.
I just want to be clear. If our listeners have any assumptions about me, just know that I do not listen to J Electronica. I do not listen to him.
He lies.
I absolutely don't.
This nigga posted that shit in the chat. Just like, chat, J Electronica dropped this nigga.
Literally, the track.
There was a list on there was a song on the J Electronica album. We said "Bisla My Boys," and Moose was the one who said it. Coach is the one who said it. Not anybody else.
That didn't happen, guys.
This nigga lying in a kufi. This is crazy work, bro.
If we're being frank, the last time I gave him any play might have been on Fight Night Round 4, where he had Exhibit A on there. on the soundtrack.
Yo, someone said that Common is a loser because how does Erykah Badu let a homeless man get her pregnant but not him? I was like, wow, you guys are very mean people. Just mean people.
That was a random drive-by.
Completely honestly, I'm shocked.
Hey man, you gotta stop reading tweets on the fucking pod, man. You gotta stop this shit, man.
Yeah, because it kind of feels like a Family Guy episode where it cuts away from.
I feel like I gotta find Common's contact info and apologize to the nigga for no reason. And I hate Common. I hate Common, but that was rude as fuck. Damn. I'm sure if he asked nicely, Erykah would have let him have a baby with her. I'm sure she seems nice like that. I don't know. I'd have a baby with her if she was into that kind of thing. No, I'm going to cut this. I'm not having a baby with anybody. We're cool.
Yeah, I think we should probably end the pod now. But fuck J Electronica.
Fair enough. All right, folks. That has been the Shirtless Plantain Show's weekend review. Please like, share, subscribe, comment. Racially abused Tosin in his DMs on Twitter.
You can't because my DMs are live.
He's a coward.
Coward. All right, fellas. We've done enough. You know what to tell the people.
Peace.